Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. The three from LeBron. And Greg the Thunder, NBA champions at last, and still incredibly young.
And this is no fluke. They defended, they shared it, trusted in the system and one another. The league's been put on notice. This team is just getting started.
And the dunk by Hartenstein.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Now, here's Doncic. And a lot of contact on that. One, so he'll shoot two here. Got one on Holmgren.
I love how physical James is. Terrific at getting defenses to foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
He hits the second from the line. What a matchup we have tonight, Greg, in the front court. I know everyone, you and I included, have been waiting for this one.
And when you got two of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, it's must-see TV. I can't wait to call this one, guys.
For such a big dude, all he needs is just a little bit of daylight, and LeBron is going to be hanging on that rim.
SGA's shot is good.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's LeBron. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Those long arms and elbows coming at you. Chet on the bounce.
Here's James. James misses.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Holmgren left side to the middle. Here's Hartenstein. That's good, and SGA with the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Doncic looking it over. Reeves outside. Kicks it out to James. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the top of the key, the Thunder pull it in. And, Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
Look, hang around the basket. You never know. You can get rewarded. Nice second chance opportunity there for Smart.
The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot. Chet Holmgren checked some boxes. He said if you can play defense and shoot the ball, you can pretty much play on any court, anywhere. Those are two things that are always needed on the basketball court, and that's where the foundation of my game started. Kevin?
A unique talent. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report.
Second team.
1:11 left in the first. James outside. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And great read there by SGA. Knew the shot was coming and just trusted his instincts.
And the dunk by SGA.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
And Wallace slams it in.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Pass to Joe. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Smart.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
17 seconds left here in the opening quarter. It's good. Holmgren's got 6.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Pass to Hachimura. Kennard for 3. And so it's Oklahoma City looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their defense.
The Thunder. 20.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
Pass to Hayes. Williams with the defensive effort. The Thunder leading by 13. So, RJ, one of the stories for the Lakers last season were the strides that Austin Reeves took as a player.
Reeves increased his scoring averages, going from about 16 points a game to over 20. He is a steady source of offense, and I don't think there's any argument that he is one of the best bargains in this league.
Over to the wing. No good from outside. So it's the Thunder now. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. The second effort, and the layup is up and in. He's got 10.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
And here's Kennard. Here's LaRavia. Still scoreless. Just 2 to shoot. Hachimura. Los Angeles with another miss. Holmgren outside. Out to Wallace. Wants to get it to Holmgren and does. On the wing, Williams. Back to Holmgren. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Reeves with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Reeves can't hit. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. The phrase hold time, how long players hold the ball over the course of a game. Walk us through that.
Guys with longer hold times are typically shot creators for their team, or they are post-up players. If you have a shorter hold time, that means you are catch and shoot, catch and decision make very quickly.
Pass to Caruso. Now here's Wiggins. Oklahoma City moving it around. Shot's good by Williams.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Caruso with the steal. Down low. Williams gets the bucket. And the Thunder lead by 20.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And stolen by James. Launches it. Rebound by Williams. A minute 50 left in the first half. Still doing it at this age. Richard, remarkable stuff for LeBron James.
I wasn't sure the day would ever come that we actually see him playing on the NBA court with his son, Bronny. Back when I was playing with LeBron, it seemed like a bit of a dream.
Lays it up off the glass. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
And the dunk by Doncic.
And sometimes defenses sleep on Doncic's ability to elevate. He is capable of throwing it down.
They get it again. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. From deep three-point land. Williams' shot is off.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Here's Williams. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And that's now 6 points here for Jalen Williams. Lakers trailed by 18. And Doncic, here we go. And that one is good.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Doncic with it. Kennard on the wing. Here's James. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Lakers shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. 1 second left. And Holmgren lays
You ain't
it
even
in.
guarding me and you're down with sprints, so I would just
Holmgren's
quit.
got 6 in the quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to
What?
guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really
Or
get
just quit the
after
game.
it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's gonna put his foot on the pedal.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder holding a
Just
big
quit the game.
18-point lead
I'll
to
waste your
close
time.
the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this.
No reason to stay in this game. Lost in the first quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out
How
if this
about I
game
what?
becomes
Your
the
mic
route
literally
that
cut
it's
out.
threatening to be.
Why would I quit? I'm winning.
The Thunder leading by
So
18.
great response.
Here's Gilgeous Alexander. And the dunk
Down
by
20.
SGA.
Oh, how about the slam there from Gilgeous Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low.
So
Reeves outside.
suck.
Ron right side. Shot clock at 5.
Suck.
Inside. The kick out to Williams. Outside, Gilgeous Alexander. All sorts of time. Again, Oklahoma City.
And he had a good look, and Gilgeous Alexander made it pay off.
And for 2 seasons running, Richard, the Lakers have bowed out in the first round. How do they change that and go further?
Well, now they've been able to balance this roster a little better, adding some size up front. That was something that really hurt them last year against the Wolves.
Doncic left side. James outside. Back to Doncic. Shoots over Dort. Doncic, no good.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
And let's go to the
Come on, bro. Don't you got a bedtime?
Hey, Kevin. The Thunder are trying to be efficient scoring. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, ultimately, it just comes down to taking
Sign up to the next tournament. You can still shave your time.
You need them to win at a high level. That's clear as day, and I want to win at a high level, so I have no option. Back over to you.
Sharing the ball. Ellie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. Lets it fly. Los Angeles with another miss. Oklahoma City moving it around. Ayton up top. No scoring in this one. And he uses the glass on the lane.
And padding that.
Good job. Quit the game. You can make me wait all day. I don't care. I can wait 2 minutes.
Field goal percentage. Just hard to stop Ayton
That
when he
was,
gets
and
the
then
ball
Work did it.
that deep.
There's 2 points for you.
Nice shot by SGA.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
The Lakers have shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Austin Reeves shows you what can happen with hard work and the right mindset. He hustles hard, and the results, well, they speak for themselves.
And slam dunk
Good game, buddy.
by SGA.
Taking
Make up your mind. You're going to quit or not?
his own.
Do that 3 more times. You get kicked out of the game. What?
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
I'll pass that controller.
Point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Here's James.
Might be a little too late for that.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what.
I guess we will.
Defense can't really take credit for that miss.
What you mean?
And we know Chet can shoot the ball, but I like him the most when he's near
I mean, that's the point of playing offense, isn't it?
Outside, Smart.
How old do I sound? Get the fuck out of here. How old are you?
Some solid defense there from SGA.
You're not 15.
To the paint. The kick out to Williams.
And you think I sound like I'm 30. I'm not 30. I'm not even 20.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander.
I'm not even 20 years old, bro.
Good.
I'm 19.
Holmgren's got 16.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to
Well,
him so
I guess that's a good thing
they
because
know
my voice
they
is
can
deep.
depend on him to come through for him.
And it's Doncic missing.
You sound like you're my age, so I don't know how you're saying that.
You could just get lucky.
SGA from outside.
You sound like you're in your 20s.
The Lakers with the ball.
You're not
No
15.
one near Reeves as he lets it go. And again, the Lakers no good.
How about that? I don't know why you lying now.
Here's SGA.
I don't know. I guess you don't want to say your age online.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the
Well,
Lakers.
clearly you're not afraid to say it.
Los Angeles with another miss.
So clearly you're afraid to say it.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And good that
You're not 15.
Gilgeous-Alexander's got 20.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score.
My guy, you're down 30. It don't matter who's playing the controller.
Doncic gets it to go.
You're down 30. It doesn't matter who's playing.
Get this man some help out there. He's doing everything he can to keep his team in the game.
I literally outscored you, and you've been playing this whole quarter.
Alexander. And yep, couple bounces and it falls.
Bro, I'm why?
Gilgeous-Alexander's got 16 points.
What do I
in the
achieve from
second
doing that?
half.
What do I achieve from
At
that?
the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this.
Play the whole fourth quarter. I bet I outscore you.
Thunder out in front.
Play the whole fourth quarter. I bet I outscore you.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand.
Get my tired starters in. You know, I'll call all these times. Even use all my timeouts to get my players. Rest it. I guarantee you, I outscore you.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
All right, come on, let's go through this timeouts. I'm going to use all mine.
Time called here, and the Thunder decide to talk it over.
So my stars get. I'm not gonna. If I don't put my stars, then you're gonna outscore me. So, obviously. Yeah, I know. I'm using all my timeouts.
Now a timeout called.
I got one more timeout. Use like 2 of yours, and so both of our players are healthy.
All right, fans, who wants a t-shirt?
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma
Use like two of yours. You could keep 2 left, and then this is gonna be a whole different game right here.
All right, fans.
Yeah, use 2 of your timeouts because you lose 2 timeouts when it goes under 2 minutes. So just use one more and then we'll start.
Rim protection, top of the list.
I'm sure coach
This is like its own game right
an
here.
earful about that. You can't be happy with that.
Oh, one more. All right, perfect. No more. Don't use any more until
Los
you know you need
Angeles
to.
calls timeout.
All right, let's go. Let's see what you got right here. I would put your stars if I were you. Up to you.
And it's Etchi Murray in the corner. No good on the 3.
So remember the score.
And the layup is good. Gilgeous
Up
Alexander.
30. So you have to. If I win by more than 30, you lose, basically.
To the inside. Back to Reeves.
So I gotta win by at least 30 to beat you.
Well defended.
Or at least 31.
He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly.
I don't even know who you got in the game. You better put in your starter. You better waste another timeout putting your starters.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Put some starters in. Let's go. Let's do this. When you remember, you gotta beat me by more than 30. You gotta beat me by more than 30, or I can't win by 30.
LeBron James on the wing. Ayton a screen. It's LeBron with the drive.
With his athletic ability, LeBron drives with purpose. He wants to put the D in a difficult position whenever he gets the chance. Oh, it looks like somebody came out this half on a mission, and his intensity on offense has been fun to watch.
And there's the call on Lou Dort. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. James wide open. And the 3 off target. And SGA has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Williams gets the bucket.
Yeah,
When you give up.
Shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position. Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Here's Gilgeous Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Out to Doncic. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, the skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
Pass to Williams. Back to SGA. Rebounded by the Lakers. James in the post. Rebound by Williams. SGA, that's a two-pointer. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
On a dime, Shea got right where he wanted for that shot.
Offensive rebound. The kick out to LeBron. Here's Doncic. Oh! And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And it's SGA missing. So it's the Lakers now.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Oklahoma City.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat fight with a mouse, and they were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
You're wondering you're down 4
right now.
When
you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Okay, I'm going to explain what he did here. It's called playmaking. Being someone that seeks out their teammates, making the extra pass.
Here's Doncic. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Lets it go from deep. And it's LaRavia missing. And here are the Thunder now. Doncic with the steal.
Bro, we literally did that deal with the fourth quarter. There's no adjusting that now. You're still down in the fourth quarter. You got to outscore me.
And so
you're down 2 points right now.
Holmgren outside to the paint.
Now you're down 4.
Is good from Hartenstein.
There's no excuse. You literally had your team was more rested than mine
10 points
going into the fourth.
And 11 rebounds.
And no excuse for that.
Separating the shot and game clocks. Here's LeBron.
I was up 30 going into the fourth. You're up 2.
From the inside. I'm a fan of when
you got 15 seconds left. If I score here, you lose, basically.
Takes advantage.
Holmgren at the elbow. Takes a 3.
I won. I was up 30. Look at the score. I'm up 35.
From long range. He's got such
an
unusual skill for a big fella.
So no problem for
Oklahoma
City as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was
Bro, I literally just took your deal and beat you. That's anyway.
Thanks for being with us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Got to push him farther out than this.
And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has made the move from star to superstar, Grant.
Well, no question, B.A. He's been a superstar for quite a few seasons now, but he's not satisfied and just continues to elevate his game year after year.
And Hartenstein slams it in.
Hey, I like the unselfishness. If someone has a better opportunity, make the next pass.
Back to White. Outside, Brown. Outside, White. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. Right side, Williams. And Williams punches it home.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Tatum can't hit.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
You can tell Dort keeps his options open when he has the ball. He'll set up another guy if he can.
Here's Tatum following the bucket by Oklahoma City. Pass to Hauser. And here's Brown. From behind the arc. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Back to SGA. Hauser grabs the board. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Mark Dagnall gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Coach showed nothing but respect for Derek White. He told me White is the ultimate glue guy. He's not worried about his stats. Instead, he fills in the gaps and does whatever is necessary to help his team win. He is truly an unselfish player. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. The Celtics on offense. 8-point game. Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, B.A. Guys who are going to make the right play. Defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC. Piece by piece. They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible. They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
And it's good. 2 points.
Well, very few guys take advantage of space in the mid-range like Tatum. He's an assassin from that area.
So Mark Dagnall will call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And Boston with some changes. And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Harper pulls it in.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
The three counted from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Oklahoma City leading by 5. Here's Williams. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan. Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
Pass to Harper. Nice move. Williams grabs the board. Here's Oklahoma City now. Leading by 5. Basket's good. Williams has got 8.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Pritchard surviving the D. Out left to the wing. From deep, Harper. Doesn't go for him. The shot comes out. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead.
Boston, 11.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
Now Williams. Still without a bucket. Pass to Holmgren. 6 to shoot. Wallace. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, Stan, Joe Mazzulla is a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about him. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves.
Outside Tatum. Tatum drops the hammer.
Great move by Tatum. Getting to the rim and throwing it down.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said, JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Back to you.
A dangerous duo. All right, Allie, appreciate the report.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
Here's Gonzalez. Pass to Shireman. Now here's Tatum. Outside Pritchard. This one for 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's Mitchell. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Mitchell.
And the misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And when a team is able to play in different ways with lineup versatility, how valuable is that to you as a coach?
Well, look, B.A., the best teams simply have to be able to win in different ways. They've got to be able to win with their offense, win with their defense. They've got to be able to win in an up-tempo game. They've got to be able to win in a grinded-out half-court game. If you've only got one way you can win, the best opponents will be able to take that away. Versatility is a must.
Down low. Here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Pass to Tatum. Left side, Brown. Pulls it from 20. And it's Tatum missing. Thunder leading by 6. Dort outside. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. On the wing, SGA. Back to Holmgren. Holmgren with a big reach.
Yeah, short trip up for Holmgren, but there's plenty of power behind his jam.
Outside Tatum. Nifty move. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And this is why so many are high on Holmgren. His ability to dominate games with his scoring.
Pass to Keita. Uses the glass on the layup. Keita's got his first bucket in this one.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And Grant, the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum. derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence.
Flashing his athleticism there. Once Brown gets solid interior positioning, he's focused on jamming it home. Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
To the paint. Pass to Brown. Here's Pritchard. And it's off from three-point range.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And the call will be against Peyton Pritchard. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
So Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Oh, yeah. Caruso has major spring to his game.
Queta, no good.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Outside, Williams. Off the mark there with a three. Here's Brown. The three is up. No good that time. And so it's Chet Holmgren making things happen for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back after this word. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Here's White. Outside Tatum. Here's Tatum attacking. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Jalen Williams.
Strong take by Tatum. Just daring the defense to foul.
Stan, looking back on the 2017 draft, at the time, you believed Jason Tatum was the best prospect.
And with hindsight, DA, that seems obvious. But back then, Markelle Fultz was the consensus #1 pick. Credit the Celtics for trading back and getting their guy.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
And what you immediately notice about Chet Holmgren is his uniqueness. He's got size, but also tremendous agility. He can hit outside shots or battle down low. Look, talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Here's Brown. Not enough on that one as it misses. Thunder leading by 14. Here's SGA. And SGA throws it down.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Right side White. Fires it. He squares up and sinks it. And here's SGA. Outside, Williams. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Williams. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
To the middle. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. Chet Holmgren talked about how he succeeds in spite of his slender frame. He said, you can't be afraid of contact. I'll continue to use my strengths out there, my length, being slippery, playing hard, and try to get better at my weaknesses, too, throughout my career. That will leave me in a good spot. Back to you, Brian.
The sky is the limit for him. All right, Allie, thank you. The basket, the bump, and the foul. What a play.
Getting off the floor with ease. Tatum can be good defense with his athleticism.
And so Mark Degno will call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. On the wing, Caruso. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tatum pulls it in. Celtics trail by 16. Here's Brown. Oh, my goodness!
Oh, my. Yeah, we know Brown loves some aerial theatrics, and he really went all out there.
Pass to Williams. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. And the Thunder lead by 16.
Knew exactly where his teammate would be. That's a product of good chemistry.
Hauser can't get it to go. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for OKC. Count it. Williams has gotten his second bucket.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break. Look, he's doing what he can to try to keep them afloat offensively, continuing to stay aggressive.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
Tatum can't hit.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
A good look from Williams. Boston pulls it in. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Brown with the stuff.
Attacking the rim at full speed. No one wanted to get in Brown's way.
Here's Williams. And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot. Oklahoma City shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And the free throw drops for Williams.
Taking 2 shots.
And Williams drops them both. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Shireman. Here's Walsh. Pulls up, high post. Unable to get that one. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Oklahoma City ahead, up 19. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Oklahoma City leading by 19. Holmgren outside. And the layup is good. 16 points for Chet Holmgren.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
On the wing, Tatum. Three-pointer. Oh, he gets it to go. 7 of 13 now.
Well, that's a breakdown defensively. Can't afford to give him those kind of looks.
Holmgren outside. Just outstanding. He hits again, and he's still a perfect 9 for 9.
This is what everyone wants from Holmgren. Attacking without reservation on offense.
Tatum, shot is good.
3 points.
Nice move to get inside and create a good look for himself.
Holmgren outside. And the big finish by Holmgren.
He's been a piece of the puzzle tonight, but it's a team effort. Everyone's contributing to this lead.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Tatum looking it over.
Oh, sweet move.
That's a big-time move by Jason Tatum. I don't know how many style points you give him on that one.
Here's Hartenstein. Goes back up. Kicks it out to Holmgren. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. Celtics trail by 17. Outside, Brown. No good with the triple. Dort, right side. To the inside. Here's Hartenstein. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible. And the Thunder lead by 19. Tatum from long range. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Counted.
A 6'6" playmaker. SGA has a great view of the floor.
And Tatum, here we go. And he goes big with the dunk. Right over Isaiah Hartenstein.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Celtics trail by 19. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Brown. Oh, the stuff!
Talk about making your presence felt.
Man, just never gets old watching him fly like that. What a unique talent he is. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Pritchard picks him up. And the bucket is good. So Dort's got his first 2 points.
And clearly Dort knows how to operate inside, making his way to a high percentage shot.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Here's White. Down goes the jumper.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
SGA. And rebounded by Tatum. Celtics trail by 17. He launches. And misses.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
Lou Dort. Brown pulls down the board. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Thunder.
All their efforts on the boards ended up paying off.
And just 2 tough rebounding teams, but they gave the extra effort and were rewarded for it.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Chet Holmgren.
Well, he came out with great energy and effort, doing everything he could possibly do to help his team.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Thunder able to keep possession.
Substitution on the court.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth. Releases. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Releases. That won't go either for Tatum. Outside McCain. Williams. Outside McCain. The three. Gets the three to fall.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. 6 on the shot clock. There's Tatum with the 3. That shot off the mark. And so it's the Thunder taking care of business in this one. Boy, they were something special to...
You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here alongside Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Holmgren with it. Picked up by Hartenstein. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
I love when Shea does not just settle for a layup. Finish with authority. What a pretty dunk.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
It's Dort on the wing. Pass to Hartenstein. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Holmgren.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
That one is off. GA, this has all the makings of a high-scoring contest. We've got two outstanding offensive teams.
Both very skilled at shooting the ball, but that's exactly why this game will be decided by stops. Defense wins against teams who are elite scoring.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, don't be a fucking pussy. Play me well. Don't off-ball.
Outside,
don't off-ball.
5 on the clock.
No, bro, it takes no skill. You're that bad, you can't guard me? We're using the same exact team.
To the middle. Caruso with the steal.
I don't give a fuck.
Fast break, here they come.
It's 2K. Alright, then I'll off-ball too, then.
And this is what you want on both ends. To win the battle of effort.
You're that fucking broke, you need $5, you got to off-ball for it?
Right? Your desire, your hustle, your will to succeed.
You get it on PlayStation credit.
Boy, that's the kind of contest you need to force the miss.
And Greg, you
so what, when you get nothing?
Hear this, but Shea Gilgeous-Alexander,
so why are you playing? Why are you playing it then?
Family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the '92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
And the Thunder with the possession here. The Thunder making the shot. Sinks the triple. Holmgren's got 5 yards.
And playing up tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Got a piece of it. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I had a chance to catch up with Mark Daigneault, and he told me one guy that we have to always be cognizant of is Chet Holmgren. Coach explained his biggest impact comes on the defensive end. We can't overlook his offense. He's a 7-footer with guard skills who can space the floor and is very efficient around the rim. Back to you guys.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. The Thunder leading by 7. It's Dort on the wing. And that comes off the assist by SGA.
Building up a big early lead. They have
my guy, you taking no skill off ball. You're not good at the game. I want an off ball if you were off, and why would I get on the mic and say, why are you off balling if I was with him? Alright, bro. I guarantee you, if you don't off ball, the rest of the game might beat you by 20.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise.
Well, biz your ass, that's what it is.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no.
You just admit your shit at the game.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Hartenstein. And the rejection by Holmgren.
You love that Holmgren likes to send it back. Use that wingspan to full effect.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up. Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Pass to Williams. No good on the 3. And so it's Holmgren with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 9 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And here now the Thunder. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Holmgren with the steal. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul.
13 foul.
There's 18 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
And he was camped in just the right spot to swipe that pass away down low. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Back to Holmgren. A big-time effort for Alex Caruso, providing a lot of energy for the Thunder. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment. Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
Holmgren can't hit.
You'd rather see him dunk that. Impose your will if you can.
And Greg, on a team as stacked as OKC, you can almost forget about Chet Holmgren, who is the number 2 overall pick back in 2022.
And let's give him his flowers, right? The portrait of a modern big man. Shot blocking, shooting range, and plays with an edge.
The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And just last season, they were at about 82% from the free throw line. So those numbers are always going to be positive.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, guys. Coach Mark Dagnall talked about the Thunder's system of player development, and he said, we try to do things that serve both the team and the individual, and then it's easier for guys to commit to it, and if that happens, then you have an environment that can be pretty powerful. Back to you.
Turning potential into production. Thanks a lot, Allie. Oklahoma City trailing. They set the pick. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Here's Caruso. And there's the foul. There you go on Alex Caruso. That'll be his second foul of the game. And so Mark Dagnall calls a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Pass to Williams. Intercepted. And here they come. Dort with the ball. Dort covering. Caruso looking for an opening. Can they get it? Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, my goodness. How about the impressive vertical by Lou Dort? No doubt on that slide.
Oh, now you want to on-ball? Make up your mind.
The era of the big threes might be fading, but the Thunder have one with Chet Holmgren, J-Dub, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Got what you wanted now.
Of that trio you just listed, they are all similar ages. They are all passionate about the craft of the game of basketball, and all three are about winning. But I'm telling you this, the Oklahoma City fans not taking anything for granted. They thought KD, Russell, and Harden would be together forever, and it didn't happen.
Pass to Joe. Back to Holmgren. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Holmgren's got 7 points in the game.
I mean, sneaky. When he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
Tips it. Knocked away. And they're pushing it up. Dort wide open. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
You can see the work Lou Dort has put in to make himself a threat from three. That's a pretty looking shot right there.
Pass to Williams. Clock at 6. Outside, SGA. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Williams can't hit.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
.114 left to play in the first half. And it's Hartenstein in the corner. They need this. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Pass to Joe. Wallace outside. Here's Carlson. Mitchell in the corner. Launches it. drills the three-pointer. Mitchell's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Pass to Carlson. That will count. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Thunder trailing by 9. And Greg, the Thunder, NBA champions at last. And still incredibly young.
And this is no fluke. They defended, they shared it, trusted in the system and one another. The league's been put on notice. This team is just getting started.
Williams from outside. A rebound by Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots the three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Wallace goes in. Oklahoma City moving it around. Right side, Williams. To the inside. Hartenstein takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Pass to Holmgren. Outside Williams. Over in the corner, Dort. To the paint. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Second chance effort. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Thunder shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And up around 82% as a team a season ago. So they know how to make the most of those opportunities.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And back in the day, guys like Bird and Magic competed for championships as rookies. But Doris, we haven't seen that in a while.
Kev, you have to remember, Larry Bird was drafted in unique circumstances. He was drafted a full year before he left college. And for both Larry and Magic, they joined talented veteran teams. That would be like the Celtics or Warriors drafting Wemby. It would be the exact same story.
And they'll get another chance. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
Now into the lineup for your Thunder, number 25, A.J. Mitchell.
Here's Wallace. And he hits it to tie the game up. Wallace has got 5 now.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Wallace. Nailed from three-point land. Now it's a 5-point Oklahoma City lead.
Boy, you give this guy a half-decent look from distance, and he's going to make you pay.
Williams inside. He has 7. Pass to Wallace. Just 5 to shoot. Wallace drawing the double team. Williams with the steal. It's Joe on the wing. And there's another one for the Thunder.
You've got to let it fly on the catch, Isaiah Joe. Yes, sir.
Back to Wallace. And stolen by Wallace. The kick out to Williams. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Oklahoma City foul. Mitchell. First personal foul. First team foul.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Williams, that's good.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
And DB, you watch how the Thunder play defense. Great rim protection.
Kevin, this philosophy is all about taking away the paint first. If the ball is in the paint, sharks are in the water.
Williams with the ball. Williams picks him up. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. The Thunder lead by 5. There's 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. From the arc, Wallace misses. Mitchell outside. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a great round.
The Thunder made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. And Mitchell drops them both.
This is definitely not the guy to foul. He loves getting to the free throw line.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks.
Boy, that is a heads-up play right there by Lou Dort. He sees an opening and gets the ball exactly where it needs to go.
Joe, good. Joe's got his first 3 points of the game. Holmgren with the steal. Pass to Williams. And here is Caruso. 13 points in the game.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Thunder lead by 4. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. And he was adamant that they need to tighten up their team. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Down low. Here's Holmgren. No good with the layup. Thunder trailing by 4. And the rejection by Holmgren. Here's Caruso. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
On defense, Oklahoma City. They've led by as many as 11 points. Williams with the ball. Dort covering.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Holmgren outside. Oklahoma City moving it around. Nobody near Williams. From outside, off the mark. Left side, SGA. Pass to Caruso. Out to the right wing. Outside, SGA. Just 4 to shoot. The 3. Williams can't hit. Thunder trailing by 6. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Williams picks him up. Here's Hartenstein. Back to Dort. Inside. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Hey, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Screen by Hartenstein. Dort with the rebound.
Oh, boy, he attacks, but how about that rim protection? That is so good.
He gets it to go.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Thunder trailing by 8. Here's SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander puts it up and through.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
Now Holmgren. Right side, Williams. Cruise it down. What an assist!
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for Holmgren. They needed that basket.
Here's the floater. And that one is good.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
And the shot will go down.
SGA, that's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big-time clutch delivery.
Here's Dort. What a finesse finish on the wing.
That's a big-time bucket. Luke Dort has unshakable confidence.
Now SGA. Now Caruso. Just 5 on the clock. All right, here's Williams. And yeah, it's good.
Jalen Williams relishes the opportunity to deliver in the clutch, and boy, does he answer.
Oh, the dunk.
Jalen Williams relishes the opportunity to deliver in the clutch, and boy, does he answer.
Count it.
No, stay cool in a clutch moment. Holmgren not letting his inexperience get the best of him.
Dort outside. Gilgeous-Alexander. All right, here's Williams. Jacks up a 3. SGA pulls it down. Plays it in off the window.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Now Holmgren. Now Williams. Holmgren rips down the rebound.
Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Hartenstein. A great pass leads him right to the rack.
Look, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. stolen by Dort. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout.
Substitution on the court.
Holmgren, count it.
Boy, he's been lights out. You want to talk about an efficient offensive game.